Different. There's even a little thing that let me just exit out without starting the stream. How cool. How interesting. YouTube ever changing. Oh, I mean, oh god, that reminds me. When they changed the full screen swipe gesture. Oh god. I know I've read about that happening with people, but I didn't think it was gonna actually happen to me, and then it happened to me. But thankfully it's only on my tablet right now. I believe. I might be wrong. Hey, Star Killer. Oh, it happened with you too? Yeah, it's a horrible, horrible change that I don't think anyone like I understand what they're going for. I'm dad. Oh, you're daddy? Hi, dorky daddy. How are you doing? But currently I'm talking about the horrible full screen swipe gesture that YouTube has. They haven't implemented it with every user, but I guess they're kind of just drip feeding it. And currently I'm one of those users that have been drip fed it, and it's not a good meal. It's definitely something that I spat out and exchanged a look of disgust to the person that gave that to me, i.e. YouTube. And I know what they're going for. I know what they're trying to do. They're trying to do the TikTok thing where after you finish a video, they suggest "Oh, if you swipe up when you're in full screen." They're like, "If you swipe up, you can move on to the next video." Which works, but with YouTube, it's not really you don't really go for that. You're more doing cuz it's more usually long form content that you're watching full screen. I could see it happen with shorts, which it does, but there really is no need for them to do that with long form 16 by 9 or 4 by 3 videos. It's just incredibly unnecessary. How do I minimize and do player and player? There is no way to do player and player anymore. They're gonna rip that out from you too. That was actually something that they mentioned in one of their liner notes. I'm just kidding. They're not gonna do that. At least not yet. If they did, I wouldn't be surprised at all. It sounds like something they totally have hanging out up their sleeve. But anyways, that's pretty much all I had in terms of complaining about YouTube. But yeah, I just decided to start a stream randomly at 1:57 in the morning. It's very dark. Also, I'm alone, so I actually have the capability of streaming without having to deal with anybody around here. Granted, of course, it's not the most ideal situation. It's, of course, almost 2 in the morning, but when else am I ever going to get this chance to stream? So I took that chance. But yeah, happy Friday, everybody. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you're all enjoying this nice, cozy early morning into the weekend. I know I am. Just kidding, I'm not. I'm currently dying right now. And what do I mean by that? Hey, Salik, how are you doing? Hope you're doing well. I hope you're not sick like I am, because that's what I mean when I say I'm dying. I'm not actually like, well, I'll get into it, but I'm not really dying. Just so you know. So please, do not make any arrangements to come and see me at my funeral. There is no funeral. And even if I did die, I don't think I would have a funeral because it sounds way too expensive. I'd rather my family just throw me into the ocean and just get on with their lives. I know they're gonna cry tears enough to make another ocean, but I'll just be like, please, please, just don't pay $40,000. You're sick as oh my god, everybody's sick. I know you're sick, Star Killer, but you too, Salik? Oh man, it's really spreading. Well, my mom did say it was flu season, which I don't really know if it is. I think that already passed, but she did say that a lot of people that she knew are starting to get the flu and stuff. So I guess it's kind of still floating around and all that. which is a shame. And yeah, so I guess one talking point we could have is like how I nearly got killed by this illness. So about like a week or so back, like almost 2 weeks back, uh I uh I went out of town to LA. And out there in LA, we were I was there to go celebrate my friend's birthday. And their idea of what they wanted to do to celebrate their birthday was pretty eclectic. It was pretty interesting. I liked it. So the first thing they what I meant was that I'd rather be. Oh, okay, all right, yeah. Hey, brother, I get you. I understand. We got to think about the people that live on past us. Like, of course, I understand like wanting to celebrate the dead and stuff, but also like celebrating the dead usually leads to the death of your wallet, and we can't celebrate that at all. There is nothing to celebrate in that regard. We can't even pay anything to celebrate like the death of anyone's wallet like at all. There's no way to. Hey, Incredimaker, how are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're not sick like everybody else. Every new person that enters the comments gets the flu. It's just an inevitability. Although you did say you were not sick, say like, but I like to imagine now you are sick. So unfortunately, you have been marked for the dead. So please make your preparations for your family to throw your body into the ocean, alongside mine. Probably we could probably have a joint funeral, a joint ocean funeral, Viking funeral. But anyways, backtracking to what I was originally talking about. So we went to LA, and what my friend wanted to do to celebrate their birthday was they wanted to go to this place called Frankenson. And this place is basically, if you ever been to like a convention or anything, usually conventions have this thing called, like, alongside like booths and stuff and panels, they have this big room or something similar to a big room called an exhibition hall. And these exhibition halls usually just contain like uh people with their own like little tables and booths and stuff where they sell their wares or sell goods or sell crafts or arts or whatever, anything to their liking. And Frankenson is basically just that. It's like a huge Costco-sized building where people have booths set up and stuff where they sell things of varying styles and qualities and stuff. It could be either things like games or like anime or comics or whatever. Stuff like that. Pretty much just nerdy stuff. Nerdy, dorky stuff. And so this place is pretty popular. In fact, it's so popular that it is practically impossible to find parking there. I remember when we first got there, I think I want to say we spent like a good 30 minutes or so trying to find parking until we eventually gave up and decided to park in like nearby like shopping like center parking, which they actually had signs out saying do not park here if you're going to Frankenson. Where do you find parking? Dude, I don't freaking know. Like, that's what I'm saying right now. We couldn't find parking. We had to go park nearby a freaking Home Depot where they were threatening to like they weren't actually threatening, but nearby shops like around the Home Depot, they were threatening to have like cars towed and stuff. And every like 15 minutes or so at the Frankensun, there'd just be some dude who'd go on like the intercom, and he'd just be like, for those who park near the sushi restaurant, the owners just called us and said that they're gonna start towing cars and stuff. So if you don't go over there in time, fuck you. And pretty much that happened like every 15 minutes or so. There was just someone just yelling on the intercom to just go out and like get your car before it's like gone. Thankfully, that didn't happen at the Home Depot. We were lucky in that regard. And I think that's mainly due to the fact that there is no sign telling us that we had to not park there. But this is all superfluous details and stuff. The main thing about this is that I think I got sick at the Frankensun. And we also did go to a round one, which is pretty much just like an entertainment, like amusement and entertainment place with like games and like bowling and all that fun stuff. And it was a Saturday night. So it was really, really packed, really busy, really filled to the brim with humans and individuals. And potentially uh, like Flu. The Flu could have potentially been hanging out there, like playing some crane games and stuff. So I went to two very, very busy places, and honest to God, I think it's probably Frankenstein because that place was like really, really bad. There was like you had to like you pretty much had to like push people around just to get where you needed to go. It was like moving through like it imagine if like there was an ocean, but instead of water, it was filled with humans and you had to just like swim through that ocean, pushing people out of the way and stuff. And while that was fun and stuff, I did enjoy getting into a little bit of a tussle with a bunch of nerds that couldn't fight back. And I would end up like spitting on their faces and stuff and like giving them wedgies because they couldn't do anything about it. I think they probably ended up striking back and giving me the flu. And this didn't happen immediately. It took about like I want to say 4 days or so. Like fast forward to like Tuesday, and that's when I started to get like some symptoms occurring. Yeah, they used chemical warfare on my ass. I thought that this shit was like outlawed. I thought that was like against like that would break the Geneva Convention or something, but no. Apparently that's allowed, or maybe it got through. I'm not sure, but it sucks. And now I'm sick, and here I am laying in bed at 2 in the morning complaining about it. It's not that bad though. It's really not that bad. Uh, like I said, this was 2 weeks back. So, while I am still sick, I don't really, it's not as bad as it was before. Like when it first started, I had a really bad, very bad sore throat. And then I was like, okay, that's cool. That's great. That's amazing. I can't do any voice stuff now. This is fun. It's 4:07 a.m. for you? Wow. It's 5 a.m. here and I am up for the day eating cold spaghetti. Cold spaghetti for breakfast? Dude, God, that sounds like it goes pretty hard. With like meatballs and stuff? Or is it just the spaghetti? I actually had spaghetti today too. Although I must say I didn't really follow in your footsteps. It wasn't cold spaghetti, it was warmed up in a microwave. I blasted that thing with like nuclear rays and stuff. So that way I could, not eat cold spaghetti. But it kicked pretty good ass. It was yummy. It tasted better than ass actually. 9:07 p.m. Oh my god, there was like so many people in random time zones here. Like I'm currently in a Pacific Standard Time, so it is like I said 2 in the morning. We have someone that's at 4 in the morning, someone at 5 a.m., someone at 9 p.m. Where does everybody live? Everybody lives everywhere. Hey, Twitch junkie, I bet you live probably like in Europe or something, right? It's gotta be Europe or Australia. Hmm? Was I right? I had to have been right. Oh my god, I was right, dude. My second guess was right. Holy shit! And I gotta say, I didn't get your chat message like before I said Australia. I just that was like my second guess, like my honest to God second guess. Every time zone is here. Dude, it's like the United Nations in my chat right now. Dude, we got to get like everyone from like Japan. We need to get like France, Italy, the Liverpool, is that in a different time zone? Africa? Here lies Wolf 397. Silly Billy and the entire Seas crew will miss you. Oh, that would be very sad. Would that mean that I'd have to have like all the members of Persona 3 like throw my body into the ocean. I don't want that. Canada, Manitoba. Ooh, that sounds nice. I would like to go to Canada someday. I feel like that would be like one of like the most interesting places to go, especially if you go to like one of those like cities that's like sort of kind of like America. Like, what was it, Toronto? I heard that Toronto was like really, really close to like a city like New York or Seattle or dare I say LA. I I don't think it would be like LA. Actually, I feel like it would be more like Seattle. I don't know why. Like I've seen pictures of Toronto and like or am I thinking of a different city? I don't know. Well, how many big cities are there in Canada? Like I know there's Toronto, I know there's Quebec. Is there anything else? I might be wrong. Wait, there's got to be one with like an M, right? Oh God, my brain is running on all cylinders right now. Vancouver. Oh, dude, it's the place from Tony Hawk. Okay, Vancouver, Toronto, and I forgot Quebec. There we go. I can't believe I said Montreal. Oh, okay. All right. Montreal. I think that's what I was thinking of. All right, with the M. There we go. There we go. Vancouver slipped by super stealthily. I would have never have figured that out without you, Denny. By the way, I'm surprised that you're still up. You gotta go to sleep, girl. You gotta go to sleep. You gotta wake up early, girl. You don't want me to punish you if you don't go to sleep, little girl, right? I'm sure you don't. Or would you? Don't answer that question. Okay, all right. We went way off track. Let's rewind. Let's rewind. We were talking about me being sick and dying. Uh, okay. Yeah, I'm dying, but also I'm not really dying because, like I said, this all happened like 2 weeks ago. And yeah, I pretty much mostly healed. I do have a cough still. I still have a cough. I think that's pretty much it. Oh, no, 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 no. Yeah, I think the only thing that I really have going on right now is a cough. Cause a few days back, I still kind of had. Oh, I didn't even mention, dude. During all of this, I got freaking pink eye. Like I thought it was bad enough that I was coughing like crazy. My nose was like congested. It's still congested, although it is winter time, so generally my nose is usually always congested. But like randomly, just like out of nowhere, just one day, like during all of this, my eye just started getting so freaking itchy, and it felt like there was something underneath, like underneath my eyelid. But of course, I don't have like the steady hands or the tools necessary to like perform surgery on my eyelids, so I just let it be. I did what like the Beatles did and got pink eye, I guess. It just turned in like into a huge thing like over a span of like 3 hours. Like I remember I was totally normal and then my eyes started itching. You're new? What's going on? XXMCC and XX. You came at the perfect time. I'm talking about how I got horrible, awful, terrible pink eye. You know what pink eye is, right? It's when you get like poopy in your eye and then it just goes downhill from there. Your eye just gets really red. You get all this gunk around your eyelid. I feel like if I had to kill myself or just be killed, I'd probably kill myself, to be honest. I'm dying at my own hands, baby. I'm samesies. Especially if I'm put into like a situation where like dying by someone else's hand or dying by like just any other way would be like unwanted. But yeah, pink eye is what I contracted, and oh boy, it wasn't fun. The last time I got pink eye, I specifically remember was in fourth grade, which if I were to do the math right now, so 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think I was 9 years old. So I was around 9 years old since I last got pink eye, and Yeah, it's all I remember is that when I got pink eye as a fourth grader, it went by really quick. Now, I think that has to do with the fact that, like, when you're younger, your body, while it is very vulnerable, it's also very, very good at healing very quickly because, just young bodies are very good with stuff like that. Things like metabolism, you know, have you ever gotten like so are there any like 20-year-olds? Are there any 25-year-olds? I know this is a very heavy ask because I know most people that are subscribed to me or usually that watch me are around like the age of 2. But if there's any 20 like mid 20 or like I guess even 30-year-olds in this chat right now, please raise your hand. Although you don't even have to raise your hand, but so if there's anyone around here that's like around that age range, if you've ever gotten like a cut, right, or like a significant like like scrape, usually that doesn't like fully heal and go away, right? Because when I used to work at like this restaurant job, I would get like burns and scars because I would work in the on the grill and stuff. I do like food stuff, and that was like around 4 or 5 years ago, and I would get burns and like scars and cuts and stuff, and that shit does not go away. That stuff is still on my arm to this day, and as far as I know, I don't think it's gonna ever go away. And I I don't know what it is. Just young people just have it good. So if you ever shot like a 14-year-old in like the chest, they're gonna heal up quite well. You probably wouldn't even need to take them to the hospital. In fact, they probably just heal up like immediately, like right then and there. Babies are indestructible. They have infant bones. You are not joking. It's the truth. It's why you always hear these cases where people get dropped like while they're an infant, or they have their head like slammed against like the corner of a wall, and then they end up growing up like totally fine. In fact, I kind of have like this sneaking suspicion that something similar happened to me because I have this really weird bump on my head, and there's nothing like weird like about it outside of the fact that it's a bump. Like it doesn't hurt, it doesn't feel like incredibly abnormal. It's just this bump. Why are you dying? I just got here. I'm dying because I am sick, and that's about it. I know it's a bit of a clickbait title, but you know, while I was sick during like the midst of it, I did feel like I probably was gonna die. Depends how deep it is and how it heals. I get plenty of cuts and stuff from work. Deeper cuts naturally leave subtle marks. Burns tend to stay as well. Yeah, yeah. That is definitely the case. Burns especially. If you get burned while you're like that's not entirely true. Actually, I do have a burn from when I was like 17. I remember it was this one time I was getting ready to go to school, and my mom was going to take me to school, right? And she's a or well, she doesn't really do it that much anymore, but she was a hairstylist. And so she would always take like her hair equipment and stuff to work when she used to do like hairstyling and stuff. And I remember this one time, I guess she used like her hair curler and she put it into her bag with her other like supplies. And I remember she asked me to like pick up her bag of like hair supplies and take it to the car, and think like I picked up the bag, and her hair curler was like sticking out of the bag. And I guess the way that I picked up the bag just had the hair curler just perfectly on like my forearm. And I didn't even know that it was burning into my skin until like I felt like a random like jolt of pain. I'm like, oh, what the fuck? And then I like jumped away from it. And then I looked at my arm, and it was like a big round white mark, like just right there where the hair curler was at. And I'm like, ow, what the heck was that? and then I got really curious since I started playing with the white thing on my arm, and then it started to peel off. Meowbles? Who cares about your life? Who cares about your friends? Who cares about you, man? No one cares about you. That's why you're trying to be mean. He can't even speak English. It's true. He also doesn't know how to speak the language of friendship. That's why he's coming in here being all negative and stuff. All right, sorry, Meowbles. We had fun with you, but I'm gonna put you in a timeout for a whole day. Who cares about you? I do? You do? Really? Salic, even when I'm talking about peeling off my skin after I got burned by a hair iron? Okay, sorry about that. I got way, way off topic. Okay, we were talking about like, fuck, what were we talking about, dude? This is why I need to have like some sort of script or something. If I don't, I just go crazy. Take your ass. No, I can't. I'm not tired. I have a horrible sleeping schedule, and I'm honestly probably the one at fault, but I'm gonna just blame being sick for it. I remember getting burned by my mom's lighter on 4th of July. Ooh. Yeah, honestly, I did get burned quite a few times trying to light fireworks during the 4th of July. So I would usually try to let like actual adults like deal with it. Like, of course, I was totally capable of using a lighter, but also I don't really use lighters that often. And all for some reason, I don't know why, but every single time that I would have like 4th of July with my family, the only lighter they would have is those ones, those Bic lighters, the ones that you use to like light up like a joint or whatever. And I don't I don't know how to do that. I don't smoke, so I don't know how to use like a lighter like that properly. Now I do, but back then I didn't. I'm like, I only know the ones that have like the long little like stem that like shoots the fire out at the end. And they'd be like, light the fucking firework. It's already getting late. I'm like, I'm sorry. And then I try to light it and then it burned my thumb and it would suck. Been sick since Tuesday. Fever and the whole package gets worse at night. I've had nights where I just sit in the shower to try and alleviate the fever. Oh, God, that sounds horrible. Yeah, I'm so glad that I was able to. I should say, Taylor, I hope you get well soon. That sounds very, very like painful and stressful. And yeah, being sick just isn't fun. And especially when you're sick at the start of the year. Like, I really didn't get sick that like far past like New Year's. Like maybe the 6th. Like I went 6 days, 6 freaking days, and then immediately my life was derailed. Usually are only used for smoking, but also fireworks. Well, they're also used for things like candles and like incense and like burning things just for fun. Not even for like, just like for smells or whatever, just burning things. Did I ever tell you guys about the time that I almost burned down my friend's house? So there was this one time where cooking, yes, cooking is also uh a thing that you could do. You could utilize a lighter with. Although generally people use stovetops and stuff. And even then some people actually have like electric stovetops, which man, I would love to have one of those, but I ain't rich. But there was this one time when I was very young. In fact, I think I was in second grade. Man, I'm bringing back all the memories. Bringing back all the memories right now while I'm dying. So the mac and cheese house burn speed run was real. No, it wasn't real. It wasn't real, okay? Here, let me explain. So I was at my best friend's house, and for some reason in his backyard, he had this gigantic pile of like trash. Now, I don't remember off the top of my head what this trash pile was for. I guess they just kind of like hoarded trash there for something. I'm not sure, but it was a huge pile. It was literally like, I want to say maybe about like five of us stacked on top of each other. And I'm not even saying like just five, like like 5 individual children, 5 of the both of us. It was that tall, 10 children tall. And I remember just, like, standing there and just looking at it, and I'm like, "What is that for?" And he's like, "I don't know." And, like, "Let's burn it." And then we just went inside and we got, like, a lighter from, I think, like, his brother, because I think he smoked. So we took one of his lighters without him knowing, of course. We went out there and then we I we ripped some pages out of a book. I think it was a Harry Potter book or something. I don't remember. But we ripped some pages out of a book and then we threw it onto the trash pile because we thought we needed more stuff to light this trash pile on a fire, even though it was like 90% like paper and stuff. Paper and other assorted goods. I think boxes as well. But yeah, so we threw some like papers on there that were on fire onto the trash pile, and it didn't really do anything. So we would keep throwing papers that were on fire onto the trash pile until just like out of nowhere, it just blew up into a big billowing flame, a big billowing smoky evil flame that just like engulfed the entire pile. And like for a moment we were like, we were entranced because, we all have that little thing in our mind that just like, we see fire and we think, ooh, warmth, tool, utility, cook, ooga booga, stuff like that. So we were like, awestruck, but then of course reality hit and we were just like, oh shit, we have this huge fire. We're in second grade. We don't know what to do. And so this huge fire was like going on, and thankfully since we were in the backyard we had like a hose that we could use. And so we tried to use the hose, but the thing is that like I guess it still wasn't enough cuz we were like shooting. Oh wait, no, I remember now. I remember. I'm not making this up on the fly, by the way. I totally remember this, but we didn't use the hose and like spray the fire. What we did was we took like a pail and we filled it up with water with the hose, and then we would throw the water from the pail onto the trash pile, and we would do that. We would like throw the water, and then we run back and we fill it up with the hose, and then we would go back and throw the water, and we just do that over and over again. We were in second grade. We didn't know what we were doing. Have you ever been in a state of panic where you didn't like of course, like, looking back on it, of course it's a really dumb idea, but also we were like kids. We were like panicking. We were just trying to use like the tools that we had. We didn't really think it through. And then yes. And then like this is gonna make me sound really shitty. Okay. Like and then like while we were doing this, I I just bailed on him. I like walked out of his backyard. I like pushed open the door. And like at this point, this fire was going on for like maybe like 5 minutes or so, and I think it spread to the fence and stuff actually. But at this point, it was going on for quite a bit, and there was people out there like out in front of the house, like watching, like neighbors and stuff, like just like standing out there, just like looking on and like I guess seeing like this big old like billowing like flame in the backyard. And I walked out, and my brother was there, and he saw me walk out, and I remember just like muttering under my breath, I'm just like, "It's not my fault. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. It's not my fault." And then I walked all the way back home, and yeah, he didn't. My brother didn't walk back with me. I'm assuming he probably stayed by just to make sure everything was okay because he was also friends with my friend's brother, my best friend's brother, and he probably just wanted to be there just to make sure everything was okay. And yeah, I know, a horrible thing, a very bad thing to do. I regret that immensely, but also I don't because I don't know how it could have went. I don't know if I could have died back there. And I know that's very shitty to say. Okay, okay, there's no positive like things I could glean from this. How about we move on, okay? Let's move on. Oh wow, would you look at that? We're 30. I I tried to I tried to end the stream right there. But okay, all right. Stop, 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 stop. You're bullying me. Okay. All right. I totally deserve that. That was so fucked up of me. I left my friend to burn to death. And then I went back to my house and my mom was like she was like, "Hey, how'd you do? Did you have a good day?" It's okay. It's okay, Scarlett. It's fine. It's very funny. I know. Like a badass. I walked out like a I'm just imagining like everybody just like judging me so like so deeply. They're just like watching me walk out like that. Uh although maybe we could probably like, spin this around and make me look like a badass. Like just imagine like this 6-year-old or something just walking out from like a backyard. There's a big flame right behind him, big fire, big uncontrollable fire with a crying child like standing next to it, throwing water from a pail onto it, to no avail. But just imagine me walking away from that fire, looking really cool, pushing up some shades right there to make myself look mysterious and make myself look like I'm very nonchalant. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I don't give a damn about that flame. You look like an arsonist. I mean, to be fair, I probably I mean, that technically is like arsonry, right? Like we just lit that thing on fire, which is something that an arson would do. Although we were kids, so I don't know if you could really call us arsonists. You started the fight. I wasn't the only one that started it. Go to jail for something I did like way back then. Everything's okay, and I'm pretty sure they probably forgot about that. Actually, that's something that no one could forget about. I could probably like track down my best friend. I don't know him anymore. I don't really talk with him. I think I follow him on Instagram, but I could probably like ask him and just be like, "Hey, do you remember that time that we burned down your house?" Be like, "Oh yeah, that's right. You fucking walked out on me." I'm like, "Yeah, I know. I'm sorry." Okay. Uh, how about we stop incriminating me and instead we talk about something else my sickness. Yeah, that's right. My sickness. Oh, where did we leave off? Oh, pink eye. That's right. Yeah, we got a good old fashioned case of pink eye. And hey, if it makes you feel any better, the amount of like sickness and illness and stuff that I caught like over the past 2 weeks might probably make up for the horrible arson attack that I committed in my youth. So I got pink eye, and like I said, since I'm an adult, I don't heal as fast as I used to. And for a good like 4 or 5 days, I just had pink eye, and my eyes would just have all this horrible, terrible gunk. Are you a voice actor? X, no Kodai. Oh. I mean, I guess I kind of am in some regard. Like on my channel and stuff, I do voice acting and stuff, but like in the professional sense, not at all. Like I have done auditions and stuff for like, actual like voice acting gigs. I've never gotten anything, And to be fair, that's probably due to the fact that I'm just not consistent. The only I only did one audition last year, and yeah, and I think the year before, I think I might have done two, or actually technically four. But yeah, I'm just not that consistent with it. If I was, I probably would be able to like snag some like gigs or something, but also I don't have like a studio, so I can't really like do professional grade voice acting. There's always going to be like some random reverb in the background that I cannot get rid of. And also I just don't have the space for a studio. Yeah, yeah, I guess you could say Silly Billy. God. If anything, I feel like my punishment is Silly Billy. Like, I've already gotten punished, y'all. I don't need to deal with anything else. I don't need to deal with the shaming ritual that you guys pulled on me back there. My client has pink eye. You can forgive his crimes. And they're like, no, double the pink eye. And then like my eyes get even more red and even more filled up with pus. I have a very pleasant and soft voice. Really? Do I? It doesn't really sound like that, especially since I'm like screaming and yelling and like shouting and like coming and pissing and stuff. Also, my nose is really stuffed up, so apologies if it sounds bad. Although I am doing my bestest to make sure that it doesn't come through. Although it's probably a futile attempt because it most likely is coming through, right? My voice does sound pretty stuffed, right? Right? You can admit it. You don't have to lie to me. You could tell good old-fashioned Wolf if his voice sounds terrible. Come on. Go on. Go on. The floor is open right there for you to be as honest as possible. Go ahead. You know you wanna. You got the mic. Is there season 3 in Credimaker? I don't know if this is a well, to be fair, I never really specified. Okay, I'll I'll humor you. I will humor you, and mainly only due to the fact that the Silly Billy video is coming out today. Uh, yeah, technically there is no season 3, but also technically there is. This video is long enough to probably consist of its own season, and when it does come out, the video does come out, you'll see what I mean by that. And by the way, just call me Sal or Sally. I don't want you pronouncing it like Sulixi. What about Salic? Silly Billy versus the unmatched power of the backyard fire. My name is Silly Billy, and well, no, because Silly Billy would walk away and he wouldn't engage with the fire. He may engage with it for a little bit, but he'll just be like, I'm just gonna go back home and eat like some spaghetti. Is there more seasons? Nope. This is gonna be the end. This will be the end of Silly Billy. So make sure you cherish what else is there, because after this, it's all over. I will not do Silly Billy ever again. You actually pronounced it right the time I meant to spell it bad. Ooh, really? Sulixi. Sul Sulixi. Sulixi. Your voice is really angelic. Really? Thank you. I'm glad you like my voice. Dude, I actually like played with the idea of actually streaming through my computer. I'm kind of glad that I didn't, because if I did, I wouldn't really be able to like lay down and stuff. But if I did, my voice would probably sound like it would probably sound both better and worse, because using my phone, you have like that shitty sound, that shitty phone like audio sound that you get from like their microphones and stuff. And that kind of plays like a big part in masking, I guess, like the uh the weakness of my voice right now. And if I had like my actual microphone that like, capturing my voice, it probably wouldn't sound as good. Of course it would sound like high fidelity, but also through that you'd be able to be like, Oh God, he really don't sound that good. I agree. Your voice is oh come on. Flattery will get you anywhere, Dorky Denny. You have a good voice too. I like your voice. Banana. We need a silly Billy. Oh God, no, no. Someone else could make it probably. I just wanna, I just want to clean my hands of silly Billy after this video. And I don't got anything against the little guy, but I just wanna move on. I'm sure someone else would be well, okay. We don't need a silly Billy game because we already have freaking Friday Night Funkin'. That pretty much is the silly Billy game. Like, of course, it doesn't have the character in it, but I don't know. Maybe if you like beg Phantom Arcade, he'll probably like put it in there. I've reached 960 subs. I'm happy. Congrats, dude. You're almost there. You need 40 more subs and you'll be able to have a YouTube partnership. And with that, you will open up a whole world of fun. I think. I'm not too sure. Do you immediately unlock partnership when you reach 1,000 subs, or is that only when you reach like 4,000 like watch time? I'm not too sure. No? Oh, all right, man. Never mind. What was I talking about? Oh, all right. Let me get back to my illness, okay? All right. We keep going off track. We keep talking about everything else, but see, you guys got to keep me like on the rails, okay? You can't let me like wander around like this. You need to have me leashed like those children that are just not trustworthy without like some sort of like baby leash on them. But okay, so I got pink eye. That lasted for like 5 days or something. It was horrible, terrible. Going to sleep was the worst of it all, though, because when I would go to sleep and then wake up the next day, my eyes would literally be crusted over. And every single time, even though I knew that I had pink eye, my body would still like start to panic. And I'd wake up, I'd literally jump out of the bed. And that's a difficult thing to do because you can't really see it. You can't really see anything, actually. But I have two weighted blankets on me right now, and no real reason. I don't really like have a reason other than that. You know, weighted blankets are really warm, and I like warmth, especially during the winter. Who would have thought? You need like 3 million views in 90. Oh, well, that's if you're doing YouTube Shorts and stuff. But yeah, the 3 million views is like I I really don't know what their deal is with that. Like, if anything, I feel like 4,000 watch hours is like way more like, or is it? I don't know. I'm not too sure. I just got really lucky with the way that I entered monetization. Uh, with that Persona video, that pretty much just like, just pushed me into the monetization sphere. And man, I am still kicking myself to this day for not turning it on there. If okay, this goes for you, Sal, as well as everybody else out there that is doing like YouTube and stuff. Uh, if you know that your video would be like eligible for monetization, like it doesn't have like any copyright issues or whatever, and this goes for like anyone that has monetization. If you know that it could be monetized, then monetize it. There is no reason not to because here's the thing. Even if you don't monetize your video, YouTube will still put commercials and ads and stuff on videos. You may not sometimes get ads, but that is just like the unfortunate reality. YouTube like changed that. Yeah, for real. This is an actual real thing. Like I know back then it was actually a thing where like if you didn't turn on monetization for a video, that would mean there would be no ads. But that was thrown out the window like pretty damn quickly, actually. At least as far as I'm like when I got monetized, because there would be some videos where I'd just be like, I think I'm probably gonna just like turn off ads, so that way, people wouldn't really have to deal with ads, especially for like a short video. I would turn them off, and yeah, I kind of do regret that. But yeah, it doesn't matter if you have ads on or off. YouTube will still put ads there regardless. So, you know, get that bag. Please get that bag. Please, especially if you make like a really like well done video. There's no reason to not like earn any money from it. I don't want to get views so my viewers don't have to watch ads. Well, dude, the thing is that I think people are still getting ads regardless, though. Like I said, even if you, I think this goes for people who don't have monetization as well. I think all videos on the platform just have ads by default. It's just, it depends on if you have monetization, if you get like a piece of that pie, of that ad revenue pie. They don't? Are you sure? Because I swear I remember that being like a change that they made. Uh, at least as far as I remember, unless they rescinded that change, I'm not too sure. But I remember that being the case. I'm pretty sure. Oh, okay. Well, all right then. Well, if that's the case, then all right. Never mind. Disregard everything that I just said right there. What are you talking about, Incredimaker? Are you having a schizophrenic attack? It's still there? YouTube? What? What do you mean? What? Are you okay? Are you all right? What's still there? Ads? I wouldn't be surprised. Anyways, all right. Moving on, moving on. What were you talking about? Oh yeah. Pink Eye. God, it always comes back to Pink Eye. It's always what a great subject to return to as well. Let's skip past the Pink Eye arc, okay? We've already had enough playtime in that area. So after that, I had this really weird issue with my ears, and I don't know what happened. I just remember putting on my headphones, and then I laid down. And where's Pink Eye on the tier list? I gotta say, in terms of like like making you feel miserable, I gotta put it up in S tier for this illness tier list. Like, there's nothing quite like Pink Eye to ruin your day or even your week, depending on like how old you are. Like, my goodness, I didn't know it was that bad. The one time that I got pink eye, I think it only lasted for like 2 days, but this lasted like 5 days for me, and it was so annoying. Maybe it might have even lasted for longer too, because I remember like the redness in my eyes actually went away like after 3 days or so. Like after 3 days, it was pretty much mostly gone. But the thing is that like the goo, the crust, that still kept going for like a few additional days. And the weird thing is like there was no redness, there was no nothing. So it's just like, why is the goo still here? This is technically the smallest character in keyboards, I think. If you put it in a ball, I think it's smaller than a period. Uh, I don't know. I'm looking at it right now, Sal, and I think I might have to say that yeah, I think the period is probably smaller, dude. I think yeah, I think the little dot has it beat right there. Like I do love that superscript one, but I'm a big fan of superscript. It's really cool, it's really fun. It's a very wacky way to write numbers and stuff, but I said ball. Oh, okay, okay, I see, I see. I understand. I understand. I understand now. Okay. All right. Oh God, we're almost an hour in. All right, let's speed run this. Okay, so yeah, I had a really weird thing going on with my ears. It was crazy. I put on my headphones and I remember laying down, and it was so odd because I was just listening to stuff. I was watching like my Oni plays and stuff. I was watching my my midget hentai and all that. And then randomly out of nowhere, my right ear just did like it was like I'm like, what the shit just happened? And then I took off my headphones and then like it was clogged. My right ear was clogged. And I don't know how that happened, but everything was muffled. Everything was so weird. It was like, and the fact that it was only my right ear made everything feel way, way more uncomfortable. Like if both of my ears were like clogged, it would still be bad, but it wouldn't be as uncomfortable as it is with just one ear because when you have like a clogged ear, it really throws you off balance and it really just I don't know. There's like just like a weird your body has like a weird response to it. And then after that, I didn't wear my headphones for like the whole day. And the next day, my right ear was still kind of like clogged, but I was like, man, I got to edit on my computer, and in order to do so, I kind of have to use my headphones. So I used my headphones, which was the worst decision I could have ever made in my entire life because after using it for like a good 3 hours or so, I took them off, and then my left ear was clogged. But the thing is, it was way more clogged than my right ear. So I had a clogged right ear, and then I had a really clogged left ear, and it was like I was so like thrown off. And at that point, like I had everything. I had like hit the lottery for like horrible, terrible illnesses that like stacked on top of each other. It was like it was like having status effects on me in an RPG that stacked like on top of each other. Like I had a sore throat and a cough. I had nasal congestion, which I still have. I had pink eye. Well, I had like sort of almost kind of the tail end. It was still very bad pink eye, but it wasn't as bad as when like I was like in the midst of it, like in the battlefield, like in the war zone, ground zero, pink eye. And now I had my freaking ears clogged up and unevenly clogged too. And I remember my friend wanted to like hang out, and I was like, okay, I guess I can." And then I went out and it was really cold, and I got into their car and immediately they're just like, "Dude, you look like shit." I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, I do." And I remember we went to like In and Out and stuff, and we got food, and I was like, "Shit, I can't take off my mask because I put on a face mask so that way I don't get them sick, but I could still hang out with them, right?" And of course, I was trying to take precautions there as well, so that way I, like like if I had to cough, I'd look the other way or whatever. But yeah, so I had to watch them like eat their food, and I couldn't really eat my food, so I was just looking at them, and I'd be like, "This is fun, I guess." And meanwhile, I had like my ear clogged up and stuff too. And since I was the passenger, I had to, I couldn't really hear them well with my left ear. So sometimes I'd have to like, really like move my body so that way I could listen to them with my right ear, which was still clogged. So it was just a horrible, horrible experience. And it wasn't their fault or anything. I'm pretty sure they felt bad that, I was going through this. Like I felt bad that like I couldn't be like good company or anything. And instead I just had to be this miserable pile of like illnesses, just like in the form of a human sitting in their passenger seat. And after that, I got home. I ate my really cold In and Out burger, which was, by the way, it was a double double animal style with regular fries and a Coke. It was really good. Even though it was cold, it still hit pretty damn hard. And yeah, after that, everything kind of started to subside mostly. Like as each day like passed, like the illnesses that I had would go away. Like I had the pink eye and then that went away. Then I had the sore throat and that went away. I still have the cough. Uh, I'm tempted to say that I still have like the weirdness in my ears, but honestly, I'm not really sure if that's like a mind thing, like some sort of psychological thing that like because my ears were clogged, but they weren't like physically clogged or anything. I think it had to deal with like the pressure in my head because my mom told me that I might have a head cold, which can mess with things like, your ears, your nose, your mouth, your throat, because it's all interconnected. All these things are in your head. So if one thing goes bad, it could cause like other things to go bad alongside with it, especially if you get like, a flu or whatever. Hey Rod, how you doing? If you're dying, then I'm dying with you. Hey, we all dying up in here in the club. We all dying. Anyone remember that dank meme? But yeah, so this all leads to today, where, I lay here yelling at my phone, talking about all the great things that have happened in my life, as well as all the bad things. Silly Billy when? I don't know, man. You tell me. But yeah, it is currently 2:56 in the morning. We have been streaming for an hour. I think now is probably the right time for me to call it here. So, if there's anything that you want to, you know, say, or if there's anything you want me to talk about, or comment on, or whatever, what have you, please speak now or forever hold your peace. Yeah, this was pretty fun. And oh, I didn't even freaking touch on the very important event right now because today's Friday. Today is the 17th of January, and this is a pretty special day. What do you mean by caption? Caption? What do you mean caption? Caption. Caption. Shorts. Caption shorts. Captain Shorts. Aye, aye, Captain Shorts. I'm sorry I'm wearing pants right now, but can you find it in your heart to forgive me? Mr. Captain Shorts, please. Hello, Captain? Hello? Anyone? Please don't leave me. Please? Hello? Did you have school on that day? Oh, no, actually. I think either school was out or it was like the weekend. Captain Shorts, you found it in your heart to forgive me? Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. If you need me, I'll be swapping the poop deck. That is this stream. And before that, I need to make an announcement. Today is a very special day for this channel. Channel history is being made right here because today is my channel's anniversary. But this is not just any anniversary. This is actually my channel's 18th anniversary. This channel is 18 years old. 18 freaking years old. Which means that this channel is probably older than most people that are subscribed to me, which is crazy to think about. Yeah, 18 years. I made this channel in the year 2007, January 17th, in order to try and become an animator. And who would have thought that on the 18th birthday of this channel, I would upload an animation, an actual show your face. I can't think of a name. Well, I can't think of a name. If you want me to show my face, first I'm going to need you to think of a name for yourself. If you could think of a name for yourself before the stream ends, then maybe I'll consider it. And I'm not going to let you get off that easy, okay? I'm going to need you to think of a name for yourself and then change your username. If If you could do that in the time span that we have right now before the end of the stream, then maybe I might show my face. He's a handsome dude, trust me. I don't know, Rodrigo, I don't even think I could trust you myself. It's ending? I mean, it kind of has to, dude. It's 3 a.m. It's 3 in the morning. I gotta end it at some time, at some point. Although I would like to stream again, preferably on TikTok because, you know, the whole TikTok ban going on right now. So I would like to get like a few streams in before that happens. Nah, right now, don't end. What if I do end though, Twitch junkie? Or perhaps are you a wolf junkie? Hmm. Are you a wolf junkie? For real? You're ending for real? For real? Well, no, I'm not ending just yet. I have to still talk about how my channel is like 18 years old. Okay, so yes, my channel is 18 years old, and we are indeed celebrating the 18th anniversary for my channel with an animation, which is the Silly Billy video. So for those who are fans of Silly Billy, for those who are not, for those who are fans of YouTube videos, for those who are fans of animation, for those who are fans of short films, for those who are just fans of any quote unquote well-made YouTube videos, I highly, yeah, of course you guys are. Of course you guys are. If you guys are a fan of uh, highly well-made YouTube videos, and I highly recommend you check out Silly Billy the Final Rap Battle. It is probably the most time-consuming video I've ever done in my entire life. Ever. You did change your name, Sally. Salai? Oh man, I don't know how to say your name now. Do I just call you Sal still? But yeah, it will be coming out at 5 p.m. today, January 17th. So if you're interested in that, please check it out. I worked really hard on it. And even though I worked really hard on it, for some reason I feel like this video is probably going to get like only two views or something. I don't know. I don't know why. Act L'attack. Wait, what the fuck is this about? It's about my video, dude. It's about the Silly Billy video, dude. By the way, you look very familiar. Have you left a comment on my video before? Act L'attack? I bet you have. I bet you have. Yeah, of course. Yeah, everybody's a fan of Silly Billy. Everybody's a big fan of the Billy of Sills, right? That's all people watch me for. Too bad you guys won't get any more after this. Law, Silly Billy's gonna get shot right between the eyes. That's gonna be spoiler alert. That's what's gonna happen at the very end. I'm just kidding. That's not gonna happen. Although, imagine if it did. That would be hilarious. All right, I gotta end it right here. Okay. Thank you all for watching. It was fun, but I gotta go brush my teeth and pee and then get naked and stuff. So I'll see you all around. Hope to see you guys at the premiere at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. All right. Bye-bye. See ya later. Bye. Hold on. Wait. Oh, shoot. There we go. There we go. Last minute poll. Vote now. Do it. Engage in democracy. We have 4 votes. 75%. Oh, 80% in yes. Wow. Really? Is that so? Is that really what you guys think? Wow. Really? Really? You guys want me to okay. Okay, so I didn't really add any description as to what this poll was for, but I just asked right now if I should delete the Silly Billy video, and you guys say yes. So, yeah, so I'm gonna end the poll right here so that way people don't try and manipulate it any further. So, yeah, looks like we got a 66% yes. People want me to end the Silly Billy video. Wow. You watch Europa The Last Battle? Nope, but I might have to check it out. Wavy Way. Sounds pretty cool. How are you doing? Unfortunately, I can't really stay for that much longer, so Wavy Way, I'm going to have to wave you away as I say goodbye. Thank you all for stopping by, everybody. You guys have a great rest of your day, afternoon, evening, morning, night, whatever it is in your neck of the woods. I hope it's a good one. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you at the video premiere at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, which is Californian time. Yeah. You do not have a name. Therefore, you do not get to see my ugly face. Goodbye.